A staunch union leader, fierce politician, a trained medical doctor, gaining popularity among city workers, he was rightfully tagged Dr. Said by them. He is Datta Samant.
Dying an unnatural death caused by his own followers was one of the most disturbing episodes during that era. Who was Datta Samant? Why is he against the popular media communicators? What made him become a prominent political hero?
Datta Samant was born in 1933 to the middle-class family residing in Diobag, on the Konkan coast of Maharashtra. His early years were spent in the locality in Ghatkopar in Mumbai, Maharashtra. Since Mumbai was thriving with the textile mills in the 20th century, thousands of people from all over India were employed in them. In the 1960s and 70s, the Mumbai-Thane industrial belt witnessed repeated strikes from various trade unions to support their members and of course for the political control.
Datta Samant, being a member of Indian National Congress and its affiliated Indian National Trade Union Congress, had an added advantage over all other unions and the mill his members worked in. He eventually became the most prominent leader in INTUC and could effortlessly manage to bring substantial wage hike for workers. He never paid heed to any of the business issue and minute proposition and stood firm on his demand.
In 1972, Samant was elected to the Maharashtra Vidhan Sabha and served as a legislator. His arrest in 1975 and release in 1977 elevated his popularity, which led to the downfall of Janata Party, which sheltered most of the rival unions. He emerged victorious in the political battle of trade unions. As Dr. Sahib's hold got stronger by the years, the worker of Bombay Mill Owners Association had come to rely on him to put forth their neglected demand with greater influence. Over 3 lakh workers walked out of the mills and refused to budge for over a year.
Since Congress Prime Minister Indira Gandhi eyed him as a major political threat, she made sure all his demands go unfulfilled. Despite the city and the industry suffering from immense economical loss, the government chose to carry out the Prime Minister's order. Through the progress of the strike, Samant's failure was obvious as all the negotiations were in vain. Also, the Shiv Sena created a lot of hindrance in the strike as a portrayal of their disapproval. Violence was at its peak. Datta Samant's political control took a rapid descent. Mumbai was experiencing extreme textile tragedy.
In general also, it's a tremendous loss. Those trade unionists' life is always in danger. This has happened in the third world country.
On 16 January 1997, Samant saw the last morning of his life as bullets pierced right through him in the blink of an eye. It was believed that the gunmen were contract killers, hired by Dr. Saib's disappointed devotees. The merciless murder brought about human havoc in the city.
With his generation still residing in the city, the contributions of Dr. Sahib are still alive. Even though he was a leader, his simplicity and concern for mill workers made him a superhero of justice for many. His ability to groom his status in the eyes of the common man improved his political rigidity and his power play in politics. Yet, in the end, cost his life.
Well pre-planned. They know the route of the Dr. Samant every day, and it was a sort of a regular passage. Time also. Morning he sits in his office at about 11 o'clock, 10:30, 11, he comes out, he comes here. So they knew it.
How his source of power got back at him in the end and stood as a permanent obstacle in his way to attain utmost power. He was a powerful man, and that very quality led to insecurity to the superiors, and hence the downfall of his advancing dominance. His cruel assassination will always remain in the minds of those who he protected.
As history passes by, Mumbai grows from the land of mill workers to a hub of shopping malls. But the presence of Datta Samant fades away with the crowd and monotonous life of the fast-paced Mumbai city.
Lal Bagh and Parel, areas of central Mumbai once synonymous with textile mills. Today just decrepit old buildings that are slowly turning into malls, multiplexes and high-rises like the ones that you see behind me. And lost behind that glitzy face The stories of the struggles of Mumbai's 2.5 lakh mill workers on strike since 28 years.
But the question still remains, has India lost its firm justice leader? Would his presence today have improvised the fate of mill workers in India?